time! Welcome to episode 4 of the Kindred of the Abyss, the penultimate episode with special guest.
What does penultimate?
Murray. Actually, no, sorry. Murray's here all the time. Dragon's the special guest. Hello. Welcome.
Murray never leaves.
And we have, in the last episode, done something exciting, done something interesting, done something thrilling. But first of all, I want to remind everyone that we are now streaming over on Twitch. So if you go over to twitch.tv/tabletop time roleplay, you can catch our lives. We swear. Elle talks about feet all the time.
Bollocks. Dave, self-reporting.
She always tries to get out of it, but no one believes her. So, who's going to give our recap for our... Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Who is going to recap our episode? Who'd like to tell us what happened last time? Not me.
I think I did last time.
Pax got his ass blown up.
Tell us about that.
So we made our way into a cave, I believe it was, and we found a group of other kindred, one of which seems to have been from a place, rather secretive place known as Fathom. We killed them, though we also, well, two of us took a bit of damage in the process.
Oh, yeah, just two of you.
No, three of us.
Oh,
Three of us.
Yeah.
Everyone but
You're fine.
And we found a mysterious artifact, some sort of infected chicken thigh.
Forbidden dim sim.
Forbidden dim sim.
The infected chicken thigh.
The 3 a.m. Bakery dim sim.
In a box. Under lock and key.
Yeah.
It's from the old world.
It's actually just a Chinese takeaway box. You just can open it.
Yes, at which point we returned to our submersible with box in hand, though Mama appears to be a little enamored with it.
Box.
I want that box.
I want that box.
She does.
Dang nabbit.
Can't say that.
So we left the cavern with one box of questionable mystery meat, a few cans of fuel, and some fragments of harpoon in us.
A typical Sunday.
Yeah.
You patched up our soup, so
Yes, I patched up your suit.
I don't think I have fragments of harpoon.
And we're
It's
back
still in your leg.
on the soup.
Now
Okay.
them Kindred boys better grow some gills.
And you are all heading towards as the submarine, Harrower class submarine, lifts off the silt and begins to move again, headed towards Motherload,
Heck.
which is a place I guess none of you have been
Yeah,
before.
remind us what Motherload is.
Well, I guess you'll find out when you get there.
Are we meant to know what Motherload is?
Make a knowledge check.
Oh boy.
That is a wonderful well-wishing in the chat.
knowledge. Be 2.
You got it. 8.
3.
3 successes.
bright.
You are aware that Motherload is a deep city that in its history, in the early founding, it actually failed to properly sort of seed its colony under the water very effectively, with several of its habitation modules depressurizing and having catastrophe and basically bad times. 3 successes, you know a bit about it. What they had to do is basically retreat back up to the oil rig that they were building from. Most of the Kindred cities were founded underneath flotillas of ships or oil rigs or water-based stations or bases, most of which no longer were being used for their purpose. They were just sort of there. A lot of them were derelict. However, their one was one of the largest. It was quite big. It was quite close to operation. It could be retrofitted. And effectively, they made that their primary home. They still built underwater. It took them a lot longer, so they kind of live half above, half below. But that rig is the only one that has become reoperable. So basically, it is currently functioning as an oil rig, drilling up crude oil, and it's being processed. And that you know that the people of Motherload are probably one of the most open like trade cultures of the Kindred, and one of the only people. The reason you're going there is they actually interact with people from the upper world, trading with them and buying and selling goods. There's several societies that have a great desire for crude oil. So they're one of the only people that can get it. So they're kind of rough, hardy, workmanly, and but have trade and operate as a massive hub station of trade.
Okay. I know stuff.
Now you all do.
I know things.
I thought Motherload was just Mama on the loo. But now I've been enlightened. Thanks. Thanks, God.
That was a good one. Why? Thanks, God.
Yeah, you're
on
the
the
voice
radar.
that just, tells me things.
I was good. Oh, right.
Morgan
Okay.
Freeman from space.
Dave Space.
I was going to say, what's the ultimate? Say it again. We might not have heard it. Don't worry. I'll say it again. You might not have heard it. So, what are we doing?
We're on the boat. We boating.
Resting.
Pax
I
is
think.
resting.
Cool. Who's injured? Anyone? You did get injured.
I dropped to exactly 0.
So, Pax, fortunately for you all, the journey is going to take several days, which is long enough for you to take a recuperate action.
Excellent.
Which means all of you can restore all of your stuff to full except for Pax, who all you get to do is remove injured and go to 1 HP.
Okay.
Oof, no spirit?
Nope.
That's rough, buddy.
That's all right.
So Pax spends the next 3 or 4 days sort of laid up in one of the bunks, probably laying on your stomach
Yeah.
with some rather large, like, bandages, ointment-laden bandages just being draped over your bum.
By
So he's just like ass
By
out.
Ferret?
Yeah, Ferret is basically treating you, and you know you've treated him before for chemical burns. It always happens. This is normal. Oh, you're lucky. You're actually gonna get a bed for the whole trip.
Luck's the word for it. Yeah.
Oh, considering you're on rotation, that some poor sucker's not going to get one.
It's probably me.
Is there any action we can do alongside recuperate?
Not in a boat with nothing, no supplies. No.
Oh, I want to investigate the meat.
Oh, you can absolutely do that. Yeah. I thought you meant like a specific mechanical like thing.
Well, I didn't know if like investigate object was a mechanical thing.
You can do that. So can you make an investigate check?
It's organic.
To determine your deep studies and then explain to me how you're studying it.
Well, I already touched it on a dead person, and that gave me information. So I'm not going to do that again.
Really ramp up the experiments after that one.
Everyone is safe so far. But I feel like she'd maybe have some small tools.
Yeah, of course.
And be like
Science
trying to
tools.
see how it responds and pick things apart. Maybe zap it a little bit.
Okay.
Get some of Blobbert's cut off tentacle.
Yep.
Just experiment. That is a sweeping failure.
Oh no.
So soon.
First roll.
Egad.
Ooh-wee. So sorry, you got a sweeping failure.
Sweeping failure to prod the Cthulhu
Can
meat.
I,
Didn't really all.
can I just come in and eat it?
No, you have nothing to do with this.
So I'm going to come back as a hunk of meat.
That's me.
Controlled.
How does this work?
Yeah, you transfer your consciousness into the lump, and the lump
I
is
lost
transferred
the
into
meat.
you.
Accidentally uses
lost it.
Blobbits.
One of the
instead
few times we can't tell you what occurs with the esoteric meat.
What do I lose? I lose something.
You lose a
sanity.
Sanity.
Yeah, definitely in this case, sanity will be lost. What is left of it, anyway.
Sorry.
No, sweeping failures will be real uncommon, guys.
It's so abstract. Okay, so
You're just going to go on an acid trip. That's all.
you prod it.
I'm not gooning, I'm harpooning. Sorry.
That mentioned on the channel wasn't on my bucket list today.
Yeah,
Al is in a mood today.
We've been through a journey already.
I was trying to be serious and to do things normally, and the dice said no. So I've given up.
Unless you'd like that to be how you critically fail with it. All else has failed. I may as well spend a few hours with the lump of meat.
Different kind of meat.
So,
Please no.
Turning to a
dear.
smart level again.
So, after several days of prodding,
Yep.
experimenting, it is completely non-reactive. It is a lump of meat. It is doing absolutely nothing. And
What about the specimen though?
about, right as you're sort of at the end, you decide to just like inject some mutagen into it because nothing's
Because why
happening.
not? Yeah.
And the next morning, in fact, the morning of waking up, you open the box and the entire inside of the box is just like coated in flesh. And the meat is still in the middle, but it's all like the flesh is just like growing and sticking to the outsides of it. Even it's hard to open the lid because it doesn't look like an octopus. It just looks like if someone's skin had grown over it.
Ah!
So as you like peel it open, it's just like, and even like it tears a little bit as you pull the box and like it bleeds a little bit as it tears.
You still want to eat that?
She doesn't. Mama does.
She's looking at the lips. I'm like,
That wasn't meant to happen. Ha! I shut the box. Don't show anyone.
Okay.
Of the inquisitive jazz to go along with the vague horror.
I know exactly what I'm doing. It's really good because everything is totally labeled, so I know exactly what to play at this time.
Helpful.
Can all of
enjoy
you
that.
make an acuity check, challenge level 5?
Kitty
Oh, no.
check.
Reflexes acuity.
Or I'm going to say you can use intelligence, wisdom, or charisma and acuity. Your choice of trait from the mind track.
Okay, so wisdom and acuity.
Really
Challenge
doesn't
level
bother.
is very high at 5.
Oh, cool. Well, I need to roll a sweeping success.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Is this so mountain?
Nope.
Which it is not.
Oh, that's a lot of ones.
Whatever.
Well, I got one.
No, I got 2.
Murray got 4.
Oof. Do you have an app? I mean, technically you should.
At what point during the recuperation?
You have recovered all your everything.
I'll do it.
You're going to knack it?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
back it.
Cool.
Does that mean I get my spirit back?
No, that
Why?
happened, like,
Damn it.
this is the morning after you've recovered.
Simultaneously. Oops. Soz.
One.
One success. All right.
Better than nothing.
I
So,
almost got another sweeping failure.
Clement. You happen to be in the room but not close by when the box is opened. And as it's swung wide and Prudence is like, that shouldn't have happened, and then closes it. You feel a ringing between your ears. Like it's not coming from the outside. It's like in the back of your neck. It actually makes like this, the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and that you want to like crack your back. You want to like adjust your neck. You feel really physically uncomfortable in your spine. And it just resonates and it kind of gets loud. It's like resonating and gets louder and more like migraine inducing until that ringing sound kind of manifests into just the end of it. It's like,
The Furbies are back.
and then it goes away. How do you react to that?
Yeah, go on. Tell us.
Tell us how you react to that.
She's really creating life. That's what she wanted.
Clement is gonna sort of, inquisitively sort of like scratch the back of his head to see, if everything is still there, sort of thing. Stick a finger in his ears, rub it out, see if there's any brain on it or something. Anything untoward.
There's earwax.
Yeah, like a good amount as well. So he's unsure for a second. And so, what are you doing with that thing over there?
Yes? The meat?
And then from the deep,
Do we all hear that?
No, just Clement. It's like echoing from outside the ship.
Pax,
Yes.
are you hungry by any chance?
No,
Don't offer them
Your
my meat.
stomach gurgling?
no more than usual.
That sounded more than usual.
Are you hearing things? Tell me about them. I get out my little clipboard.
You didn't hear anything?
No.
Well then, I'm sure everything's fine.
Subject is showing signs of
I'm just gonna go
madness.
Mama, are
in the
you in
direction
there?
of the captain.
Okay. Mama, are you in the room at all?
I'll be talking to the captain.
Okay. Ah, very good. So, have I told you the time that I went on the land? It was my second journey to the surface.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes.
For muscles that strong, you must have really put up a bit of a fight, huh?
Well, I mean, back in my day, I was quite the muscle man, you could say.
Oh, I bet you were.
I can still punch above my weight.
I just imagine they're flirting for like.
Oh, they're flirting? You're flirting with him?
She's flirting 100%.
Oh, okay.
Do you not recognize that as
Yeah,
flirting?
he's flirting back 500%.
Sick.
Where's your hope for a smart book?
Dave is a man.
I sort of walk in on this here. You know what? I choose death. Death in the void.
There's whatever is going on in here, much better than that.
Ah, Clement, you look simply concerned. Do you need me to sit you and the boys down for a nice tale to relax your nerves like I usually do?
No, I have.
Yes, there's a small pile of books, by the way, that he literally reads to the crew.
Oh, that's so cute.
And you know what? Like ages 8 to 12. Like, let's be honest. They're not quite like preschooler books, but
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
pretty simple books.
The snaps to attention. Multiple grievances to report, Captain. First is whatever this is.
I was just about to say.
The second is I may have heard rumblings in the deep.
Oh, darling, you just may need to go to the bathroom. That happens sometimes.
Oh, I've already done that. No, this. Color me wrong if I am incorrect here, Captain, but I have a foul premonition that something is afoot.
He looks very grave for a minute, and then he says, I take nothing more seriously than a sailor's premonition. Tell me, boy, what have you seen in the murk?
It's not what I
Sailors are a
see.
superstitious bunch.
Turning very quickly to Gandalf.
It's not what I see, Captain.
It's
They
something.
have women on their boat. Ooh.
Yep. Oh my god. Yeah. He leans in and he's like, he looks away from Mum and he's like, dear God, there's women on the boat and you say it's first. What is it, man?
They do me a cunning mix, don't they, Captain?
To be fair, it is my fault.
It was
This is exactly what.
boom, a growl in the deep, Captain.
What?
Like hell itself is splitting open.
Sharpen the spears, boys. Test the torpedo tubes. Make sure everything's ready.
Oh,
We could have trouble at any minute.
right, so, Captain. And what of the women? Do we tie them to something?
You want to do what?
I have an excellent idea.
Oh,
Mama, I will confine you to my bedchambers.
Oh, man.
oh, an excellent confining. There's almost no room in there at all, Captain. One person barely fits. Two would be an abysmal squeeze.
I'm,
Sorry, I just have to rub that one in.
I'm counting on it. Back in the room with Pax and Prudence,
I'm off to sharpen the harpoons.
the box shakes on the desk.
Okay.
That's a good reaction. I rate it.
Yeah.
Let me just get into character. Screams.
Warm up.
Ha!
And Pax, you're no longer injured, so you can get up now. as
Okay,
well.
cool. So he gets up and he's gonna just wander over.
Pax, do you happen to know if on this boat there's anything that could satisfy an all-consuming hungry meat?
Who's asking?
Possibly.
I mean,
The captain.
Or ferret.
in terms of sort of like, you see him like he goes through just sort of like a mental checklist of sort of like, no, no. And he's like, I mean, Mama might be able to make something, but
Oh, that is a good point. I think it's hungry.
what's hungry?
The box shakes again. Pax, easily noticeable.
I'll point at it.
Pax is easily noticeable.
Okay.
Do what's in that?
Meat of some kind. I've been studying it. It has given me nothing.
What do you've been studying the meat?
Yes, poking it with things, as you do. Seeing if it reacts. It did.
I mean, I normally poke meat with like a fork, but that's usually with the express purpose of putting it in my mouth.
I wouldn't recommend that with this, unless you want to go insane. I will document it if you choose to
I
do
don't
that.
know where sane is, but I don't think I'd fit. So
No, I don't think so. Okay, how about you guard the box with your life, and I go get Mama.
okay,
Okay. Don't touch it.
all right.
Prudence walks out of the room. Pax, the box rattles on the table.
Pax is tired, and I feel like just sort of looking down, and at the mention several times of sort of meat and like not understanding entirely, he's going to open the box.
The box opens to this a bit of pressure. You don't acknowledge what you've done until you've done it because your strength, like for Prudence, it was like she had to kind of pry the box open. You pull it open, there's a bit of resistance. You don't even really realize though that resistance was like this meat skin tearing. And inside the box, there is a large lump of pallid tissue that has spread out and is like growing up the sides of the box. And as you look down upon the tissue, you see a little bead of blood well to the surface of it, like dark blood. And then that blood slides across the middle of the tissue in a really sharp line, like if you drew a razor blade across skin, like that perfect, like and then it just in a second peels open and you just see this eyeball madly looking around.
Well,
Make a resistance wisdom check.
I'm going to find Mama.
You do. You find
Okay.
Mama.
Well done on
Does
handballing that to someone else.
Does she? Am I in the captain's
No,
quarters?
the door opens mid conversation.
so
and
wisdom and
Prudence is
resistance.
Mama!
Yeah.
Food needed!
Yeah, I think we probably should get out of here.
too.
I'll explain on the way.
You are
Oh dear.
reeling from like mental. That you're very confused. Your brain is being battered by something you don't really understand. Why this piece of meat has an eye that's looking around.
So proceed as normal.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just
Nothing to tear to shreds.
You do not pass the save. You are not sure what the effect of that is yet.
Oh, good, yeah. All right. I feel like with sort of just mainly being sort of confused and not understanding, was like I feel like Pax would just close the box again.
Yeah, fair.
So he just like, all right, and then sort of turns and he'll just sit off to the side, like away from just watching it.
Staring contest.
waiting for Prudence to get back.
Prudence, Mama, and I'm going to assume Clement bumble back into the room.
Did you touch it? Did you touch it?
I didn't touch the meat, no.
Damn it, I was hoping something cool would happen.
Well, I mean, it looked at me funny, so I just left it alone.
It looked at you.
Well,
It looked at him?
Everyone except for Clement make an acuity check with a mental stat. Challenge level 4.
With a mental spell.
As your trait,
Wow.
a mental trait and acuity.
Okay.
So any mind trait.
I'm going to be
of your
very
choice.
intelligent about this.
And acuity.
That'll be a first.
Challenge level 4.
That's fair.
So Clement auto passes.
Woohoo!
3.
Fail.
Close.
Pax, you get to make
More than one.
Oh, I
I
do.
know. I'm
So
climbing.
acuity with
yeah, acuity
so-
and any mental trait. Challenge level 4 this time. 4?
Nice.
Pax, your mind opened. You hear a from the deep echoing around the ship. And then
Sick.
You found the one ring.
in the room from the box,
I'm going to turn all of you insane.
So only I hear that? Or?
and Clement.
Okay. I sort of just look around. I was like, you want to make sure that thing doesn't have a mouth.
Oh, good thinking. I will go and look in the box.
I also go look in the box.
I approached the box with a spear.
You both attempt. You go up to the box
Yeah.
and you try and open it.
Yeah.
It doesn't open.
Blasted thing.
Can I try to
You can
open
attempt to like strength. Yeah.
Pax, condense it!
Strength power check.
it? Strength power. Awesome.
As you start to pry, by the way, before you've put in even more of your strength,
Pax does not care for your screams.
yeah, you tear it open again. Blood sprays out of the box. It's like black and Icarus and horrible. It's like the blood of a dead man. It's like the blood of a dead man oozing out.
I'm going to start collecting it.
The hull of the ship rumbles and creaks metallically.
Did everyone hear that?
Yeah, everyone heard the rumbling and the creaking, but
Okay.
no one heard the voice except for the two of you.
Did we hit something?
I think it's the meat.
Captain, do I kill the creepy meat?
You can certainly try.
I'm undoing it.
You're hurting me.
Captain, I can hurt it. I stab it.
Oh my goodness.
You stab it.
Yep.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm watching to see
All
what
right.
happens with rapt attention.
Two.
2 successes.
Oh boy.
I need 3 dice. But I'm pretty happy.
That
What do you
squeal
start
made
with?
Phil's dog run
The
around.
harpoon I'm holding. That I was sharpening.
You sink the harpoon into it, and the weapon just goes straight through and into the table, and there's a and the eye splits into, and like eye fluid pours down the front into the bowl, and it stops wiggling and moving.
That looked important.
It did.
That was the eye.
Direct hit, Captain.
This could have helped our society. If it is a living thing, maybe it could have helped our people live and procreate and make life.
I'm not procreating with that one.
The lights in the room instantly turn out and then flicker back on in red, and you hear the
Good.
Good thing I killed it in time.
the door bursts open and a sailor standing there, and he's like, "Oh, we've got something on the soda."
I'll slam the box shut.
There's a harpoon sticking out of the box that prevents it from slamming shut.
Yep. it's half shut.
Quick, Scooby Gang, to the soda.
I'll run out with the meat.
Oh, you take the box
I'm
with
not
you.
leaving it
You
here.
cannot lift the box off the table. It is harpooned into the table.
Can I pull the harpoon out?
Make a strength power check.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so good at this, you guys.
Oh,
2
Ooh, for
successes. You yank it really hard, and your hands like suddenly slide off the harpoon rather than like you lose your grip, and you look down and your hands are just covered in like snail slime.
Okay, I do have gloves on. I am a scientist.
Okay, your gloves are covered in snail slime.
Nice.
I'll wipe that into one of my vials. Okay. New plan. Meat stays here.
Bring the table.
Should be fine.
I mean, I doubt it's gonna go anywhere. It's got a thing through it.
And suddenly the entire submarine rattles and shakes violently. In fact, all of you are knocked about the room. And you can all make I'm going to say reaction check to keep your feet.
This is my
Jen,
bad,
can you put on
guys.
some grim, scary music, please, instead of whatever this is?
Reflexes reaction?
Like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
upbeat? Is that?
No, more like not pleasant. Is there something more
Oh my god.
spooky?
I'm getting up by one each time.
Just in time for combat.
Yeah. This is going to go great.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Oh, Murray.
Oh, that's a sweeping failure.
Oh, Murray.
It's my turn.
I got 4.
I
Murray.
think it's our thing.
Hi.
Clement enjoys his unhelmeted head slamming into the bulkhead and takes a damage and splits a little crack across your forehead. As you all lurch, you're on the ground,
Really
like you
nice,
get
though.
thrown across and onto the ground. 3 successes. Prudence, you keep your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Mama,
I got 4.
4, you keep everyone except Clement keeps their feet as Clement is thrown across the room and his head smacks. One of the sailors goes into some instrumentation and like falls away from it with blood coming down their face and is clearly unconscious and dropped to the ground, gets dragged away from their instruments. And you see the sonar just has this massive blip on it that's rapidly approaching the submarine.
Oh, that can't be good.
Is the captain nearby?
Yes.
Captain, what is it?
You were right. It's a damn woman.
I knew it! My gut never lies. Also, I killed the creepy meat.
Take these 2 ladies and put them in the waterlock.
What?
All right.
You want to leave the meat here without a science expert?
Don't listen to the siren's call. It's currently a curse of the ship. Quickly, put them out the waterlock and drown them.
I mean, I can, but I don't think it's really their doing in this matter, at least.
See, I told you he was smart.
Perhaps they're women on a sea vessel.
You approved
I
the
don't-
papers. You signed them.
The papers! Oh, damn, I have a job to do. I'm drawn between guilty and superstition. I've been cursed. Cursed in this job. Clement! Get off the floor and stop being lazy. What shall we do?
Yes, Captain, I'm slipping in my own blood. I'm sorry. Wait, Captain, I have an idea.
Yes.
If it's the women's fault, maybe, if they can get us out of this, they can redeem themselves.
Excellent thought. All of you, suit up.
Okay.
Right away, Captain. I'm
You-
trying to get up.
You have taken it on yourself to repel whatever this is by force.
I love force.
And the submarine grinds to a halt in its tracks, and through the porthole you see something very large just fully obscure the porthole,
Does
and
it look like the meat?
it looks more like a tentacle.
Blobbert!
Mama's here. Mama's here, and Blobbert's missing 3 tentacles.
You're right, Captain. It was my fault.
First
I
you
took
have a
him as
joke in the
baby.
campaign, it was for an octopus.
I suit up, I guess.
Then just suit up. Let's
Definitely
go.
just-
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll take my 1 hit point.
You suit up and one by one pop out of the top of the ship.
Yeah.
I
The
guess we're just
submarine.
leaving the meat.
Well, it's up to you. What are you
I
doing?
don't think we can take it because
We-
I tried to take the.
We can't take
Harpoon
it.
now.
Yeah, I mean, I can
You
try
could.
to take it out if you really want to.
I don't want to give it back.
You don't want to give it back.
No.
Well, then don't give it back.
Okay, I'm leaving it here.
Harpoon into the
Nobody
table.
tell the octopus that we have its meat.
I
We'll be
think,
fine.
I'm just going to go on a hunch here. I think it knows.
It won't know.
I leave it.
This is too specific to not be a hate crime.
I didn't do anything.
You all pop out. The submarine isn't immediately crushed.
Okay.
And as you clamber out one by one of that water lock in your suits and sort of holding on to the submarine's conning tower and looking around with very limited visibility from your stab lights on your helmets, you see the looming shadow of a massive shape in the water and a tendril curled around the ship.
Well, that can't be good.
I brandish my knife at it.
I held my tiny syringe. We're gonna die.
I'm not quite sure how well that works underwater. Just blip.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you just have to get extra close. Easy.
You may all make one more check of acuity with an intelligence stat at challenge level 3.
All right.
Clement and Pax auto pass. They're already brain touched.
Oh, boy.
Acuity and intelligence
And
trait.
any mental trait, any mind trait, your choice.
What's the challenge level? Sorry.
3.
Yeah, pass.
Ooh, I did it. 3.
You all perceive a voice that again comes from in between your ears and makes you uncomfortable. That at first sounds like madness, but then coalesces into words that each in your own heads is worded differently and voiced differently, but the message is the same consistently across you all.
Which is?
Is this about
Is
the
it speaking to
octopus?
you?
I mean, I can hear it. Yes, it's booming in my skull.
I have had Blobbert for years. I'm not about to give him up.
How many years exactly?
I don't know how long the octopus live.
It's like 3 years.
I'm guessing by what we are seeing, it is not an octopus.
I mean, if you want to walk down the land sub's hull and get close to the tentacle that's wrapped around it, you can. But from this distance, it's all foggy shapes.
How's Blobbert reacting?
Yes.
Oh, me. He's probably going crazy.
He's your familiar, yeah. He's going crazy.
He's sliding all
trying to
around in
hide.
the suit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing in here. No.
Dancing around.
I don't have him.
Unless it means the meat.
I mean, baby, meat,
What
same thing.
When the meat looked at you with its eye, did it say anything?
It sounded like gibberish to me.
But it was
Did
making
it actually,
sounds.
just in the ideas of it, did it actually say anything, or was it just...
Saying something, but it wasn't anything you
Gibberish,
could understand, yeah.
I want to get close to see the thingy
Okay.
and see what it's made out of.
You
If it's weird fleshy
walk
stuff.
alone down the deck.
No, I'm going with her.
Yeah. Pax will, not as boldly to the front, but will keep, close behind.
We're going to eat well tonight.
And Mama,
Yeah, follow. But
you all
right behind.
walk up the short distance towards, I'm going to say, the back of the submarine, where this large tentacle is wrapped around the back of the ship. A single tentacle. And it looks vaguely like the giant cephalopods that you've encountered in the ocean before. Until you get very close and the skin writhes like there's worms underneath. And you see eyes flitting about under the surface. Like bugs under the skin.
Is there like a main eyeball that I can address?
There isn't even an eyeball to address. It's just like when if you close your eyes and roll your eyeballs around and you just see the movement of them and you can vaguely
that's
make
good.
out them, but it's like under the skin.
Oh my goodness.
Eyeballs. Those are weak points. Quick, let me at them.
Oh no. What are you?
They're talking to me.
No. I know what you are. Useless.
Fancy.
I'm trying.
It beckons you to touch it.
Oh no.
Do it.
No. She's gonna touch it. But I
All
don't want her
science.
to do it. But she's gonna do it.
Science should
You
never be
walk
their
forward and touch it.
Yeah, she's gonna touch the weird thing. She wants to touch the weird thing.
Make a
No.
resistance, intelligence, or wisdom check.
Oh boy. Intelligence or wisdom?
Yep. Challenge level 8.
Just straight intelligence or wisdom.
With resistance.
Oh, with
Yeah,
resistance.
challenge level 8.
I don't think I have enough dice.
It's literally defined as an impossible task. Challenge
Yeah,
level
yeah.
8.
If I get a sweeping success, does that help?
Yeah.
Make a roll, see what happens.
I've maybe done that once in my life. Okay.
You get a sweeping success with 5 successes. So it
I went up
helps.
one by one, and it was worth it. I mean, possibly.
I'm gonna let you roll another dice.
This is the weirdest. Oh my god. Ah!
Right.
Getting nervous now.
Getting jittery.
Damn it.
I was gonna basically let you try and get to 8
Oh,
with
one by
successes.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't I get a spirit back
Well, you can't spend spirit to.
No, you do,
could
don't you?
because of my?
Oh, you do get a spirit back.
Yeah.
Yeah. They restore the spirit.
Cool. That's cool.
And you had 2 knack, so you could have spent that to get to 7, but you so you only needed to see that one roll. You did really well. Okay.
Wait. Use 2 knack.
Yep.
To get to 7.
Yep.
Sweeping success. Instead of returning spirit, I return a knack. Use 3 knack.
You can't return a knack on a sweeping
That's
success.
what you said last time.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, when you and Jazz were here.
That is not. Well, you mean the last time Jazza was
I think you
here.
might be
Last
thinking
time-
about the sweeping success when you roll 7 dice, not when
You
you
get
roll
more
under.
benefits
Yeah,
if
it's a
you-
better
Oh,
that's
benefit.
different.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. All right.
So
I will fail. Spectacular.
you do. So you begin to understand
Okay.
as you feel the essence of this thing enter your mind and violently enter your mind. You would say it's entering your mind in the way that like 100 teenagers with spray cans would impart information on a subway. Like that the way it's giving information is just with destruction as you begin to comprehend the nature of this being as it unravels your understanding of the nature of, well,
Everything.
else.
I am seeing things.
You
I'm gonna have to blob
you take a step back.
I'm
After
actually
you've touched it.
reeling back. I don't think it's Blobbit. I think we might have just killed its baby.
We.
We did, yeah. Look, honestly, if it wasn't
demands a
him, it was
sacrifice.
going to be me.
I wanted to keep it alive.
Okay. You know that you just have to return the box to it
Okay.
and it will leave.
Okay.
You also know it's already gotten what it wanted. And I'm sending you a message. So everyone just, be entertaining for a minute.
Sus.
Yeah. Hey,
Do you think she's gonna die?
Oh, evidently, it's probably going to be gruesome.
yeah.
I suppose the captain won't mind.
Well, here.
Yes. Well, I think we've all learnt a valuable lesson here about taking weird meats when they've clearly passed their use-by date.
That's a really
has a
really
use
good point.
by date.
It does, Pax, it does.
You know when it smells kind of funny?
That's when it tastes best.
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but sometimes it has like little spots of color on it, or it's kind of fuzzy.
I don't like how that feels in your teeth.
Yeah, it's not that pleasant.
No.
But still, that thing looked mighty tasty to me.
It'll good to you?
Yeah. Look like a chicken. I don't know what a chicken is. It looked like a, look like a
I
sea.
know what that looks like.
A sea
Looks like a
chicken.
monk chicken.
Where have you
big.
seen one before?
I'll send one more follow-up.
I might have seen it in a dream.
She hasn't moved in quite a while.
Yeah.
Do you think she's already dead?
Do you think we can eat?
There's not much to her.
Although, actually, this brings a good point about the poison food thing. If she's been affected, then she's no good for me. So
Damn it.
we could just
True.
like kick her off.
Or the boots will keep her clamped here to the rear of the sub as a monument to poor decisions.
It's not prudence, it's
The,
just L.
the captain will probably once again try and twist it to make a whole thing about how we shouldn't have women on board, but you know, it's a good idea.
Well, them's the logical and very fair rules that we have in our society.
I'm done sending cryptic messages.
Dave
I'm
is
just-
smirking
I'm just-
and that bodes not well for young Mel.
I'm just watching Dave's smile get bigger and Elle shrink more into her chair.
Okay. I have to reply to this one more thing.
Uh-oh.
That's also now completely off screen as she.
Yeah,
You don't get any clues from my
no
face.
clues. The only clue you get is that none of it's good.
Or is it?
It's not. I do love that there was a brief moment there that we thought you had to give it Blobhead.
Oh no, I fully knew it didn't want love it. That's just how I already feel.
Sort of reach out and
Okay.
prod Prudence.
So you touch Prudence.
The gloved hand with a harpoon. Just
Yeah.
You just start like a conga line of madness.
No, I like use the flat of my blade to like wrap on the top of her helmet.
That's a good idea.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
You just have to say that that's what you want.
Okay.
I use the flat metal of my knife to wrap on your helmet.
Are you dead?
No,
And you're pulled back into the moment.
I am not dead. But I know what needs to be done. Get the meat.
What?
Now. Get the meat.
But I want to.
Sort of gesture at the giant thing with my knife.
No. Fine.
Just like horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
All right. We're moving.
I huff and stalk my way back up the ship,
I stay where I am.
elbows going.
Yeah, I'm not getting back in.
Just looking at it.
So, what did it say to you?
Oh, nothing.
I have a question for you, Al.
Yes.
And Prudence. As Clement goes inside the waterlock, enters the room downstairs,
Yes.
can he get the box?
Maybe he gets to the box and it's not there.
Well, you want him to get the box, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't get the box before.
Yes.
Can he? Now?
Yes.
Clement, you open the door to the room and there is a wooden box sitting on the desk. The harpoon is resting against the wall next to it. The room is clean and dry.
Well,
I don't know what's taking him so long.
I suppose that makes things a bit easier.
What does? It was never any different.
Well, super easy then.
Yeah, so, and it is that process of realizations. You go in there, have the realization of like, well, this will be it, and then it's like, why will it? What will be easier than what? Like you actually in that split second, you all that comprehension of just like dust in the wind. The box is on the table. You can open it or not, up to you.
What was I here for?
Bring the box.
Box!
I just say that out loud to you guys.
He's getting it.
I just walk up and
Thank you.
I will.
Stupid teleport inside.
What?
Did you say you give the box?
No,
No,
you
I
picked
said
up the
I-
box. Oh,
You
yeah.
said you give the box.
I was about to say, this is getting some weird, like,
Some weird existential stuff happening.
Okay, go as you would.
I would.
Go.
Will you allow me?
Yes.
You head back up.
I allow you.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Waterlock, go through, come up the surface, outside the ship, climber out. You're holding a wooden box.
Walk up to like, do I just throw it?
No. Give to me.
I will hand it out to the big monster thing. And
Okay.
as I do,
It and the monster disappear. It just goes. See? That wasn't so hard.
Quite literally, as the box sort of floats in the water, and then it just touches this tendril, like a splinter of glass, just up this whole tentacle, and then it's just gone, completely disappears. And there's a little bubbly of like a vacuum.
No.
And now I have redeemed myself.
No! Wait! Come back! Bollocks. I was looking forward to fighting that.
No, you weren't.
What a little bit.
You would have died.
you could not comprehend.
How do you
But
know?
what an end!
How do you know that?
Because I comprehended it.
And what did it comprehend to you?
Something you will not understand.
You were
Johnny.
failing to comprehend a box before.
It is not a box. That's why I wasn't comprehending it. It is everything.
You see, this is why we don't let women on the ship.
I fixed the issue. You're welcome.
I suppose you did. You can come back in. Fine.
I'll lead the way back.
Okay. Do
Unless
the rest
anyone
of you
else
just,
has any monologues they want to dish out.
just head into the water? Head out of the
Not
water
in the
into the
water.
ship.
no.
You all one by one clamber back into
out.
the ship, and as you arrive in the bridge, the captain looks at you all with a stern expression. Well, what took you so long?
This man took a really long time to deliver it what it wanted.
I don't know why you had an unauthorized decision to clamber outside the ship while I was off watch, but don't let it happen again.
It all worked out.
You know, I don't know why I did either, Captain. It'll never happen.
Also, I think Seaman Franks was drunk. He seems to have struck his head and passed out. In fact, your head looks struck as well. In fact, all the boys have nosebleeds.
Right.
We should check the filtration system. And the crew just returns to normal.
All
and they
the
get
boys
underway.
have nosebleeds?
Yeah, and then
The women that aren't affected. Give it a sign, Captain.
everyone except you four just has like blood trickling out of their nose and sort of a starry expression in their eyes.
Sick.
Cool.
I'm going to sit and stare out into the abyss.
I go back to where I was sitting, whittling at a piece of wood. Well, old sea wreck. Suspicious. At nothing. Which is why I'm suspicious. Nothingly suspicious.
Pax is going to go find something to eat.
Yep. All the thinking of meat.
And you get some terrible rations as you travel over the next day. Until the ship, you start to see light filtering through in greater amounts as the ship reaches the surface. And does anyone discuss what just happened?
Well, that was going to be my question: of how
Did it
much,
even happen?
how much do I remember? Like, what do I remember?
You guys remember an encounter with something that you can no longer describe. But you all know that you encountered it. It was was it a sea creature? Was it a whale? Was it a giant squid? Something held up the ship. There was a reason you went outside.
I feel like, Pax, like with the whole thing and like with how Pax has been feeling and how that's like, I think Pax would go to Clement at this age, being sort of the main person that I imagine he's had contact with, the person that he's sort of reporting to go up to Clement at some point. So that, hey,
I Speak your mind, Pax, if you can.
I just wondering, are we just not gonna talk about, well, whatever the hell that was?
Well, I don't really know how to talk about it. Other than the fact that Prudence said that I took a long time to do nothing. But there's no pressure, no time pressure. Nothing had happened. Nothing had happened before, nothing happened after. But we still did something.
Yes, you did take a fair bit of time to get that box.
But I thought we always had the box.
Well, we always had the box, but it just, you came down, it took you a fair while to bring back what is a fairly simple wooden box.
But why wouldn't I already have had the box? Isn't that why we went out there? There was a thing. But surely we would have had the box to go out to give it to the thing, otherwise why would we go out there?
It is
a conundrum. That's what it is.
That's the word. Yep.
As opposed to a Conan violin.
The fact that you think a violin is an antonym to a drum.
It's not an antonym, it's a side thing.
It's a side thing.
I don't know what.
Paxton says, yeah. Look, I'm not gonna claim to know her all that well, but does Prudence seem off to you?
Yes, she's extremely odd.
No, I mean, like, she's
a woman?
Normal now.
Normal.
Like, normally, like, I feel like anything that we'd find should be all like, yes, we need to study it. Whereas now she's just like, yeah, I know everything I need to know. Deal with it.
It's true.
Sort of both turn and just look across the hall where she's just sitting.
Yeah, what's Prudence doing? Just staring out the porthole.
Yeah, I think Blobber is still just like sticking these these tentacles in her ear and her nose.
Goes up one nostril, comes out the other one.
Yeah. She's like, oh.
She does seem remarkably relaxed.
There is one building thing in you that's growing over the last little bit of time. The further away you get from that encounter, the more you yearn to be in contact with it again. Like you're starting to feel like you're missing things. Like
I'm yearning.
You don't have the answers are slipping through your fingers rapidly, and you just need to get that information again so you can keep working on it.
Okay, you guys look at her. You look back. You look again, and she's gone.
Well, that can't be good.
It's probably fine. Where's she going to go?
Where does she go?
To the waterlock. She's suiting up.
Suiting up?
Yeah.
And as you clamp on the full outfit,
Yeah. I squished Blobbered in there.
one of the sailors comes up beside you and he's like, common mistake there. You see, we need the suits when we go in the water, but and he points to the porthole as the breaking of the surface hits, and you see sky and sea out of the side of the porthole. We're at Motherload.
Oh no. This is very bad. I'll be back.
The guys are looking at each other and like, I can't wait to gamble my pay away. Hell yeah.
Is that like a bathroom equivalent?
No, there must be somewhere
Like
for them
a
to pee and poo.
kitchen, like anything
The kitchen's
that has
in
water.
the kitchen is in the main like dormitory, but there'd be a very small loo.
I'm gonna stick my head in it.
Okay.
The toilet.
Like in the water. Yeah. Fair. Prudence dives her head into the toilet water.
I walk past. No, she's back to normal.
I was starting to worry.
So reach over and just slap pat her on the back. Good to have you with us
Is she
again.
trying to like drown herself or?
No, she's going
Just
for breath.
must
Okay.
be in contact with water.
Yeah, she wants the water.
And all around you, and not so, it doesn't affect you, the ship is guided in. You see a couple of very odd non-submersible vessels. There's some surface, basically they look like fishing boats, but retrofitted with guns and weaponry. And there's a couple on either side, escorting the ship in. And looking out, you see all those fleet. There's all these tied together boats and flotillas, all sort of like a slum city almost around the base of this massive oil rig in the water that you're heading towards. And you can see these orange jumpsuit clad workers all over the place. In fact, there's vessels. You see these Kindred vessels from multiple different cities here, in small number, like one ship from here. But you also see there's a very, very peculiar looking vessel. It's like an old cargo tanker, painted and decorated in scripture, like scrolls of scripture and beautiful artwork painted with neon, green paint, almost in the way that a monk would paint, do a scribing of a book, like that first letter, and it's all sort of scribed down the thing, but it's all in this sharply contrasting colors to the hull of the ship. And it's just a ramshackle of nonsense, but it's very big, and it's birthed with Motherload right now.
That's not right.
It's unnatural.
Don't know how I feel about all this.
The ship pulls in, it docks, the captain gets out and discusses with there's clearly 20, 30 minutes of paperwork and conversations before he comes down and says, all right, you've got a few hours of free time and to gather as much information about the surface as we can. So enjoy.
This is our first time.
You've never been to Motherload?
Yeah.
So we're above the water and we've seen the Motherload out before us.
You are on the surface of the water.
Yeah.
You are docked with the base of a big oil. It's like a floating pontoon that rises and falls with the tides where ships can dock. It's sort of got all those rubber spaces to prevent ships damaging each other and prevent you bumping up into the rig. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of that. It sprawls out for hundreds of meters, and you're sort of berthed in this mobile makeshift berth thing. And then you walk across these wooden decks, get to the rig, and climb ladders and get up on there if you want to. Yeah, that's how it works. Mm-hmm. And you're in the submarine still, but you are allowed to disembark if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Would I have ever been here before?
I'm going to say none of you have ever been here before.
Okay.
You just haven't happened to. It's not that common for even military expeditions to stop here. It's only because they need specific information on the area near here that you're bothering to.
All right.
And so the people of the Motherload go on expeditions down below to get oil and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
They're in an oil rig, so they just drill oil from the rig.
Right.
But they also have a small city, like a deep city, under the water as well.
Okay.
And the rig has basically bathysphere elevators where they submerge and rise pressurized vessels down to the
I want to
bottom.
find one of those.
Okay. So you all get off the ship.
Yeah.
And Prudence starts storming off away from everyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't say storming.
Oh, she acclimatized
say,
outside real fast.
Wandering.
Prudence has got the right idea.
Dawdling.
Off we go into enemy territory.
You begin to wander.
Yeah, I want to find one of those shoot things.
Okay, you have to wander pretty close. You walk past a lot of pretty much everyone's just ignoring you. Everyone's got work to do. There's people delivering cargo. There's people transporting goods. I think it's in there.
I couldn't see it, but
That's
Well, it's
New
not in there.
Liberty.
we can add it for next time.
No,
No? Okay.
can't be done.
Okay.
Intermission.
God says it
Needs
can't
the
be done.
drama. Also, I did try to put the sailor
The
That's
sailor.
a word.
the sailor up when he
need
was
to-
talking before.
yeah.
Because they're like, I've got the button that has the soldier, but I press it. It's like the
evil one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
evil
The
guy.
evil
Like, maybe not that one.
Did the same
I
thing.
do like as well. I was looking at the comments for like the last video, and then someone was like, "Yeah, I can see what Dragon's seeing with the teddy bear thing, but like, I can also see that it's very quickly that it's not that." I'm like, "Yeah, I had this tiny little
If you look
screen."
at it briefly, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Pontoon's not displayed. So you storm over to the base of one of these huge pillars on the bottom of the oil rig, where there's a little station set up, and there's bathyspheres, several of them in a ring around the leg of the oil rig. And there's a couple of orange-cladded Kindred reavers and fully dive suited up, even helmets on, even though it's outside, standing there with guns. There's a couple of them standing, and they're sort of chained off, and you approach them.
With guns. Interesting.
Before you can open your mouth, one of them just puts their hand up, like palm out. No outsiders allowed.
That's why we're going back inside.
Off limits. Motherload deep, off limits to outsiders.
Why?
Because it's our turf. You're lucky we let you on the rig.
Can you do something about this?
You can swim.
Oh! Can I jump off? Is there water here?
I don't think you got your suit on.
Damn it.
Yeah, you don't.
She thinks about it.
Ha.
I'm gonna stop you. Sorry, I thought you were smart. You can't swim. You can't swim down there.
Nobody can
You
swim,
will-
really, if you think about it.
Die.
Everyone will die. If you think about it.
Are you okay?
Yes.
I don't believe her.
Did the captain go through this way? Or they...
Everyone's spread out. It's like shore leave. Everyone's off in different directions.
Can you tell us where we are permitted to go then?
The rig.
Where are we trying? Are we trying to get to the
off limits in places.
Oh,
Trade hall.
okay.
Do you have tours?
No.
Do you have anything interesting?
It's a working rig. Keep your hands off the equipment.
Blowbirds, did you hear that? It's too late.
And then
He's gone.
one of them, Blobbert's gone.
He's probably up snooping somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not trapped in the suit.
Yeah, no, okay.
He's
Wow,
gone.
you let him go
He's
though?
free.
You let him leave?
No, he's somewhere near here.
He looks at Clement in particular and he says, don't get any other ideas without women either.
What makes you think I want women?
Oh, that's all right then. You're one of them Navy sorts.
What?
All right, off with you. And that
understand people here.
comment rings slightly true, probably for Prudence, because you are aware that Motherload has one of the lowest rates of like genetic degradation. So they're actually like they're having less issues with breeding, but they have a lot more issues with space because they're kind of stuck on their rig, and it's because they've interbred with the people from the shore a lot more. So they've had a lot more genetic diversity for a lot longer. They're also, on average, less mutated.
Right.
So you see less strange mutations and stuff. They still do get them, but yeah.
I like to think Blobbert's just on her back the whole time. And she went, he's
Just like
and he's
clinging
just
to your
there.
back.
Yeah, he's just stuck on there.
All right, you lot, let's go off in this direction. Let's check out this trading hub. Too much uncleanliness here for me.
So you're going to head towards the trading hub?
You are unclean.
Well, we can find out all the joys that Motherload has to offer next week as we get all the information we need to visit the shore for our finally you get to set foot upon, unless Prudence drowns herself first. Finally, you get to set foot upon the shore and see the wonders that the coastline has to offer and finally achieve your purpose in getting there. But I'm going to make you all wait till next week because you're on Motherload now and you got to get some intel. You do have to get some intel. You'll probably want a map or something.
Ooh, a map.
Yeah.
Map.
Thank you for those who are watching. We had a special little fan art recording before this, so our episode's slightly shorter than usual. We're going to be compiling all of them over a few months into a longer video and releasing it on the channel, so I hope you look forward to that. Thank you for all of those who are patrons of ours who are scrolling along. Also, that artwork is really cool.
Very cool.
Thank you for our patrons who are scrolling along, as I said. And thank you for those who watched. Reminder, Twitch TV/ I think it's Tabletop Time Roleplay.
Oh, it's tabletop time.
Is it It's Tabletop or Tabletop? It's one of the two.
Time
Figure it out by having fun, by entering in your search bar and see what happens.
It's a scavenger hunt to find our page.
But for now,
for some
we're going
sleuthing.
to go chat with our Twitch chat for a little bit, and then we're going to go for our patron after party, which our patrons get to enjoy. So if you like to support us, that is the best way to do it.
Hell yeah.
Ask us all your deep and burning questions about the Kindred or other roleplay.
No one, but people very rarely do. But when they do, I get very excited. Which specifically talking about Kindred lore. I'm like, you want to know? You want to know my lore? All right. See you, everyone.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.